News 46 is brought to you in part by...
Are you hungry? We've got food!
And lots of it!
Wulfy's restaurant is famous for their food and great racing atmosphere. So if you're looking for the best barbecue ribs, beef barbecue, pulled pork sandwiches with homemade chips, pizza, wings, chicken strips, and so much more.
Come to Wulfys!
537-1111.
This is a meeting honoring Dr. Martin Luther King, who did wonders for the civil rights movement. And most people consider him one of the best people of our lifetimes for what he's done for freedom in America, and he's influenced people around the world. Today, for the Libertarian Party, who believes in civil rights and who is supporting the civil rights of everyone, we have two speakers, and we also have a pastor here speaking on Dr. Martin Luther King. State Chairman for the Libertarian Party, Jim Burns, here with us today. And Jim, would you like to say something?
You haven't been prepared anything. I would like to say that what libertarianism is about is people being allowed to live as they choose, so long as they do not initiate force, threaten to initiate force, or engage in fraud against their fellow human beings. What libertarianism is at its core is the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have others do unto you. And one of the things that when I was growing up, my father required that I go to church and Sunday school. And one of the things I learned was John 8:32, which says, "Know the truth, and the truth shall set you free." One truth that was spoken by one of our founding fathers was, government is not reason, it is not eloquence, it is force. Government should be the last thing we go to solve disputes or to try to solve problems. What we should do is we should rely on ourselves and mutual cooperation to achieve our goals.
Now, the 20th century has given birth to two truly great fighters for freedom. And when I say fighters, I don't mean by violence, I mean by attitude and by ability. The first was an Indian named Mahatma Gandhi. He achieved the freedom of his people through totally non-violent means. And he overcame what was at the time the greatest empire that existed on earth, the British Empire. The second was Martin Luther King, who freed his people from bigotry and prejudice, and whose works continue today to free all people.
Dr. King, I think he, walked in those footsteps, and I think he's one of the, pioneers, and that, well, we had many people before him, before Dr. King, and also that he was a prophet, I think, that God used, but, we give God the glory, that God used him, because apart from, the power to be a God, he wouldn't be able to do what he did.